The Las Vegas Raiders are prepared to make Derek Carr one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. A report was just released today, and the only people who seem to have a problem with it are Raiders fans. There are some Raiders fans who just will not accept that Carr is an elite QB, and they will not accept that he is going to be compensated like an elite QB. It is so twisted to me what is happening. You have two camps here. You have people who love Derek Carr and they think he is an elite QB. You have people who hate Derek Carr and will never like him and want to trade him immediately. And the people who love Derek Carr, even they say that he should take a team-friendly deal. He should take a team-friendly deal like Tom Brady or like so many other QBs to try to get talent, right? If he really loved the team, he would take a team-friendly deal. Oh, but he is an elite QB. And to me, that just makes no sense. To me, that is so contradictory. You want this guy to take a team-friendly deal, take less money, even though he's an elite QB. I am sorry, Raider Nation. I am sorry, but how the world works is that when you have elite talent and you got agents and stuff involved in the mix, elite QBs are going to get paid elite QB money. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you. And then you got a segment of the fans who just will never like Derek Carr. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Justin Herbert. He's not going to juke like crazy. By the way, Justin Herbert against the Raiders, you know, when he was knocked out of the playoffs, how many rushing yards did he have? Oh yeah, zero. He had zero. He had zero, by the way. So some people are just never going to be happy with Derek Carr because they don't like the fact that he's a pocket passer. I mean, that really is it. And they don't like the fact that he's not hip and cool. You know, he's not flashy. He's an old school kind of Christian guy. But to me, what's really twisted is the people who like Derek Carr. Like I have people saying all the time, Derek Carr's elite, Derek Carr's great, but I'm not going to give him $35 million plus a year. Well, want to know who disagrees with you? Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler and Mark Davis. They all disagree with you on this because, hey, this report is happening right now. Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler plan to offer Derek Carr top tier QB money, and I'm told that Carr is seeking in the range of $35 million plus. It's also worth noting that both sides are open to a short-term extension. So what is the most likely scenario here? What is likely to happen? In my opinion, is going to be perhaps a 2 to 3 year extension if it is short-term, or $40 million a year. Derek Carr can still play on this $19 million a year contract this year in 2022, and then bam, it kicks in $40 million next year and the year after. Keep in mind, the salary cap is going to keep rising in these next few years, and the cap will rise even higher since we are getting out of that COVID reduced salary cap. Let me also say this, there's just not many good QBs available. If you want to hit up free agency to get a QB, you're going to rely on Marcus Mariota, who's been hurt most of his career, or Jameis Winston, who throws interceptions like crazy. Honestly, Derek Carr is the best option for the Raiders. Malik Willis or any of these QBs in the draft, they look like trash. They look like trash. Mac Jones and Zach Wilson, I believe, would be the best QBs in this current rookie draft class. So I really don't want to take a risk on that. NFL executives around the league, according to Hondo Carpenter of Sports Illustrated, believe that Ziegler and McDaniels only took this Raiders job because of Derek Carr. And that means that they must believe Derek Carr is better than the majority of QBs in the NFL. And they also believe he's better than somebody like Mac Jones. So many people say, oh, Ziegler and McDaniels made it work with Mac Jones last year. Well, guess what? Why did they come and take the Raiders job? Key reason why they took this job for the Raiders is because they believe the Raiders had a higher chance of success and a higher chance of a Super Bowl than the Patriots. And then you got offensive coordinators like Mick Lombardi and the O-line coach Brasillo leaving the Patriots, leaving Bill Belichick to join Josh McDaniels and the Raiders. They must all believe that Derek Carr is significantly better than Mac Jones, and I believe that too. And so despite the fact that Raiders fans just seem to not be able to respect Derek Carr, despite everything that he's done for the organization, he has fought through adversity, through multiple regime changes, multiple GM changes, multiple coaching changes, multiple roster changes, and he is still continuing to put up game-winning drives for the Raiders, even when they've had no defense. Pretty much all of Derek Carr's career, aside from last year in 2016, the Raiders have had no defense. It's been Derek Carr throwing to some random receivers and hoping for a victory. And shockingly enough, Derek Carr has taken the Raiders to the playoffs 2 times in his 8-year career. I do not believe many quarterbacks could have done the same with the talent that we have. To me, it's delusional to think that we're going to pursue a mobile QB instead of somebody like Derek Carr, either in the rookie class or through free agency. I've seen people say ridiculous stuff like we're going to keep Mariota. That makes absolutely no sense when you look at Josh McDaniels' offense. Josh McDaniels has made it work and prefers pocket passers. He's rolled with Brian Hoyer, Matt Castle, Tom Brady, and Mac Jones. He only experimented with Cam Newton for a very small portion of the 2020 season. So it's very likely and clear that he is going to keep somebody like Derek Carr. And it's clear to me that McDaniels believes Derek Carr could give him more success than somebody like Tom Brady. Derek Carr is more athletic than Tom Brady. That is a fact. That there is no dispute about that. You could say Tom Brady maybe has more experience, a higher football IQ, but I honestly question that. Derek Carr has been studying football with his brother David Carr since he was 10 years old. He's been learning how to read defenses from an NFL QB at a very young age, and it has paid off and showed in his career how intelligent he is on the football field. So I think Josh McDaniels sees the Raiders and sees Derek Carr as an opportunity to build a dynasty similar to what he had with the Patriots in the early 2000s. If it wasn't the case, he would have stayed in New England. So many teams wanted Josh McDaniels, but Josh McDaniels only came to the Raiders because Ziegler was here and because he liked Mark Davis, liked Derek Carr, and liked the opportunity. Mark Davis asked Ziegler, who are some coaching candidates that you would consider? And Ziegler said Josh McDaniels. Mark Davis said, we had no idea he's on the market. He goes, well, he'll be on the market if I'm here. So Derek Carr appears to McDaniels as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that he just could not pass up, despite the fact that he was in line to take over the Patriots whenever Bill Belichick was done. And that's intense, man. You got Robert Kraft, you got Belichick, you got the Patriots, an organization that has been very successful. And McDaniels has chosen to throw all that away. He was the highest paid offensive coordinator in the whole entire NFL because the Patriots wanted to keep McDaniels there to take over New England when Big Bill Belichick was done. And hey, he said, guess what? I'm out of here. I want the Raiders. I want Derek Carr. And looks like it's going to work out. And this is a gamble for the Raiders organization. This is a gamble for Derek Carr in a lot of ways. If this does not work out, if Derek Carr signs a contract for almost $40 million a year and the Raiders are not successful this year, the fans are going to be upset. Teammates are going to be upset. They're going to regret this decision. But if it works out and McDaniels and Carr go deep into the playoffs, perhaps even a Super Bowl, this will end up looking like one of the biggest steals in the NFL. It's going to look like, wow, you have an elite QB who's playing at a level higher than Tom Brady for $35 million to $40 million a year as the price of QBs goes up. I think it's going to look like a steal at the end of the day. And I really hope this works out for Carr. I think he's been heavily disrespected by the NFL. Every single year they put his job in doubt and question. Every single year you have analysts talk crap on him. When you hear people talk about Aaron Rodgers going to the AFC West and they say, oh wow, that'd be so crazy, Mahomes, Rodgers, and Herbert, they leave out Derek Carr, the guy who won more games than Herbert last year, the guy who actually took his team to the playoffs, unlike Justin Herbert. For some reason, everybody craps on Carr, everybody disrespects him, everybody neglects him, and I think it's about freaking time that he gets paid and gets the respect he deserves. Let me know how you feel in the comments. This is Wi-Fi Willie of the Raiders Rundown, and I hope you have a good one.
I'm trying to go win this Super Bowl so we can hang one of these banners in this beautiful indoor that we got. And then I want to go try and do it again. And then I want to go try and do it again until I'm too old or they kick me out of this place.